Hmm.
Welcome back. I'm Robert Craven with Chigo Health. I'm here with our lead educator, Buddy Ojeda, and we're here now to talk a little bit deeper about Daytime Restore, a product I've been taking for a month now and just love. It's just a fantastic, even product. Buddy, tell me a little bit more about the specifics of how Daytime Restore actually works.
So, Daytime Restore, we talked a bit about this in a previous video that most energy products actually give you this false impression of energy. It's actually nervous energy. And in the long run, we actually get zapped from your natural energy reserves and you create more stress, which is the opposite of what you want to have in an energy formula. So, what we have are ingredients like Ginkgo Select. That's a patented form of ginkgo biloba extract. Ginkgo's been around for hundreds of years, at least a couple of hundred years, and there are about 100 different studies pointing to its efficacy and safety when it comes to alertness, enhancing alertness, clarity of mind, focus, concentration, memory improvement. All of that can be attributed to the use of ginkgo. It also has circulatory and antioxidant benefits, which in and of themselves improve cognitive function. So we're talking about starting off with ginkgo in the formula. Also, we have a adaptogen called Siberian ginseng. Now, Siberian ginseng has been used in Olympic competition. It's been used in Eastern cultures. It supports stress management. It's a great de-stressor. It also supports mental clarity and focus and calming and relaxing. And it helps the body to adapt to stress, relieving anxiety and the like. And it's in the formula at a 50-to-1 concentration, which means you're really getting about 5,000 milligrams worth of the raw herb versus just what you see in the formula of 100 milligrams. We also put in decaffeinated green tea. Decaffeinated? Why? Well, because it goes with what we say. We don't want any stimulants in there, even though green tea often doesn't bring or provide too much caffeine. But the decaffeinated extract of green tea provides other benefits, namely antioxidant benefits. Things like catechins and EGCG. Catechins are a special type of antioxidants that fight inflammation, fight oxidation, both of which, by the way, are responsible for fatigue in many individuals. Also, the EGCG is a great fat burner. And what do you think fat is? Well, it's a store for energy. If you're burning fat, you are producing energy in the body. So that's another way you get at the formula providing energy. And it contains theanine, which is something we'll discuss later, but theanine is the calming component found in green tea. So it provides energy, but at the same time promotes calmness throughout the body and in the brain. We also include a fourth ingredient.
Let me stop you before you go there. You've just
Sure.
listed off three very unique ingredients, and the green tea one is extremely interesting to me. You talk about the antioxidant components.
Hmm.
Now, connect the dots for me one more time to why that's important in an energy product. I mean, most energy products are single ingredients. They're about really focused on the energy part. Chico's doing something different here, right, with the energy stress management. Now connect the dots for me one more time on the antioxidant piece of that.
Sure. When we think about what antioxidants are good for, part of what they support the body in is in reducing free radicals or oxidative stress, oxidation, and in providing a reduction in inflammation. Both oxidative stress and inflammation can cause fatigue. Why? Because the body is so caught up in trying to deal with that issue or those two issues, it doesn't have any more energy around for the daily activities of daily living. So if you address those issues with antioxidant supplements like you do with the green tea, obviously you're getting a foothold in here. And so you're promoting the body's ability to produce energy naturally because it doesn't have to be bothered with these other things that it has to deal with.
Wow, that's extremely exciting. I'm sorry to bother you. Sorry to interrupt. It's really more of a holistic approach when you start talking about it. This is very
Absolutely.
proactive. So you talked about ginkgo, you talked about Siberian ginseng, you talked about green tea, and I know there's a couple of other ingredients in there, so I'll let you get back to it. Sorry about that, buddy.
Sure. No, and so speaking of antioxidants, one that is called a super antioxidant, a bioprotectant of sorts. That's a fancy word for just saying a really powerful and strong antioxidant. One called curcumin C3 complex. It's a complex of three types of curcuminoids. And this is you find this these ingredients in turmeric, in the spice, but not in your common everyday spice you went cook with. This has to be extracted down. And so what it does, once again, it prevents oxidation. It helps block free radical occurrence. It blocks inflammation in the body, and so as a result, these energy zappers are nullified. They're taken down, and because now you have more energy to do what you need to do throughout the day. Also, when you think about this form of curcumin that we use, when you sort of extrapolate it out, it's about 2,000 times more potent than your typical curcumin extract that you might find. It's the reason why we selected it. It contains also something called bioperin, or bioperin, which is a black pepper extract, and that enhances the ability for the curcumin to be absorbed, because traditionally, curcumin is notorious for not being absorbed very well. Here we have high absorption, high potency, and obviously better benefits and effectiveness. And the last is something that might be common to most of us, vitamin D3. Why D3 in an energy formula? Well, first, D3 promotes better mood. It helps with stress. Also, it supports adrenal function and is anti-inflammatory in its nature. So this combination of ginkgo biloba, ginkgo select, Siberian ginseng, decaffeinated green tea, the curcumin C3 complex, and the vitamin D3 all make up what we call the Daytime Restore formula.
Well, you've mentioned a couple that I've recognized that are coming on, right? So D3 is very important, and also curcumin. I've seen lots of ads for just straight curcumin, right? And it's typically linked to inflammation. And you mentioned D3 with inflammation as well. Why is inflammation important when we start talking about energy and stress management?
Once again, just like we talked about before, anytime you have lots of inflammation in the body's reserves are finite. So it says, okay, I'm going to spend some time beating the heart. I'm going to spend some time digesting food. I'm going to spend some time working the brain. Now I've got to spend some of that time dealing with this inflammation in the body. And I only have a finite reserve. So the more you can assist the body in focusing on what it needs to instead of what it has to, therein lies where you get the energy benefit. So if you have less inflammation, less oxidative stress, because you're taking nutrients like these, obviously the body now has just more energy to do what it needs to do.
Is it fair to say that this very unique product of 5 very specific ingredients working in concert, is this really unique, or are there other products out there focused on energy and stress management that does what this does?
No, I haven't seen any to date. I have not seen any that puts these nutrients in this type of formula with specific dosages. It goes back to the mantra that we mentioned at the top: quality ingredients backed by science at specific dosages to address a specific issue.
And it also speaks to our target market in terms of keeping it easy. We don't have to take an individual dose of D3, an individual dose of curcumin, an individual dose of ginkgo select. So I'm really excited about this product. It's a fantastic product, and thanks for updating us on it today, buddy. Thank you.
Absolutely.